The ancient Greek Plutarch describes a possible UFO in the Mithridatic War. Let's remember we had UFOs helping Alexander the Great take over Tyre and the island which was off Lebanon. And we also know that Alexander the Great went to Taklamakan desert with his army of 30,000 in order to meet with extraterrestrials from landing UFOs, and he lost 10,000 of his warriors there. He was given supposedly a super weapon, the lightning rod of Zeus, by the Hyperboreans, who were supposedly extraterrestrial. So Plutarch now describes possible UFOs in the Mithridatic War. For many years, researchers heard several historians and researchers pointing out the existence of many references to unidentified flying objects, UFOs, in the ancient Greek Secretariat, the texts, but almost rarely did anyone provide further information, such as specific books, chapters, text, verses. So the person here says, I could do my own study. Yesterday, after a while, I found Plutarch's work, Lefkolos, from the Parallel Lives, reading it. I remembered a report that had been made for this particular project regarding the appearance of an unidentified flying object during a battle. In the passage below, Plutarch mentions that Lefkolos, with his Roman army, was ready to fight against the king of Pontus, Mithridates, and his ally Marius, whom Sertorius had sent to help Mithridates. While the Roman army was arrayed against the army of Mithridates and everything was ready for battle to begin, suddenly an unidentified flying object appears from the clouds. Let's remember, I posted a video yesterday having to do with UFOs using clouds as camouflage. Okay, so here they said an unidentified flying object at that time appeared from the clouds. Quote, standing in view of the wars and admiring the multitude, he wished to refrain from fighting and to waste time. Marius IV, whom Sertorius sent from Iberia, that's today Spain, with a strong general, Mithridates answered him, and being provoked, placed me in the ranks as a contender, already as far as I was concerned, from no apparent change, but from the apparent rising of the air, a great flame-like body arrived in the middle of the camps, having the shape of a pith, in fact, and the face of a silver fire, so that the spectre of both sides could be distinguished. This then, when they saw in Pyrgia about the so-called Ortias, the passion happened, end quote. Translation: when he saw the enemies, he was surprised with their multitude and wanted to avoid the battle and delay, but because Marius, whom Sertorius had sent from Iberia to Mithridates as a general, with a military force, met him and challenged, lined up to fight. While they were already marching towards the conflict, without any apparent change taking place, the wind opened and a great body like a flame was seen rushing down, very much like a jar in shape and glowing silver in color, and both armies were terrified by the vision, retired. So they say that this happened in Pyrgia near the so-called Otria. This event occurred during the Third Mithridatic War in the years 74 to 66 BC. This is from Plutarch, Lefkolos, chapter 8, verse 5 and 6, by Stelios Tsokalos, and I've translated this from a Greek article. So this is obviously a historical recounting of what took place during that campaign, and they stopped fighting because of the UFO landing or sighting in the middle, in between the two armies. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.